Okay, so okay, oh my goodness. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the live. Yeezy yee, what's poppin'? I'm jumping ahead. What? So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the topic today, because if anybody really wants to watch this whole entire thing, I'm gonna have a whole entire rebroadcast, and you know, it's gonna be really short, sweet, and to the point. That's at least what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to be done with this within the next 30 minutes. Please also let me know if you guys can hear me or not. I want to make sure that everybody can hear me clearly as well. So today's topic at hand is something that I was dealing with the week off that I took. So I saw myself really starting to self-destruct. Okay, I saw myself really starting to self-destruct, and I really felt like I was a failure. I felt like it was the end of the world. I really thought that, you know, at 23 my life was over, you know, and my life hasn't even started. I haven't even got to a quarter of a century yet. And then I started to notice, I started to listen to my thoughts. My thoughts were telling me how much my boyfriend hated me. My thoughts were telling me how much my boyfriend's family hates me. My thoughts were telling me how much my family hates me, how much I'm a disappointment to my family as well. And even some of my friends. So, you know, I just listened to the thought, not just to let the thought steer me, but also listen to the thought of, like, why do I feel like that? Like, what is that coming from? And when we're able to catch those thoughts and, like, really hear ourselves, we can hear almost how ridiculous we sound. And so today I wanted to let people know that sometimes when you're self-destructing, when you're self-sabotaging, it's not them, it's you. And so often people with anxiety are creating a problem, or they're detecting a threat that's not really even there. So, you know, let's say for instance, you know how some of us, we think ourselves into a bad mood. And that's another form of self-sabotaging. You're in a good mood, you're laying down in bed, you're trying to go to bed, you're trying to go to sleep, you're trying to get, you know, your good 7-8 hours of sleep to get some rest. However, you choose to really sit in your thoughts, be really swept up in your thoughts, to be swept up in your thoughts and make yourself cry. I know I do that. I don't know about anybody else, but I'll think about the worst imaginable thing happened to my grandma, and I'll be so upset. Like, I would start crying. Like, you know how you laying down, you can feel them tears like come out the corners of your eyes. Yeah, so I'll do that. But self-sabotaging is more than just sticking yourself into a bad mood. Self-sabotaging can also be, you know, procrastination. Procrastination is the biggest thing, especially for a college student. We already know that we're gonna say tomorrow. Tomorrow is our most favorite word. However, by you putting off that paper, you are truly putting the most stress on yourself. So when you have a big project or you have something to do, taking it by a planner and planning things ahead of time, like let's say for instance 2 weeks, no, let's just say 3 weeks. 3 weeks in advance, you have a paper due, right? You write in a week ahead of time that it's due. Do like a paragraph a day, depending upon how long it has to be, or maybe even a page a day. You know, find ways to break each step down, because the thing also is with self-sabotaging, we make really big and broad goals for ourselves, and they're not smart goals. And a smart goal is not like smart or dumb. Smart goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. And so when we make these huge goals, like I gotta go to the moon by tomorrow, that's not realistic. You know, there's so many other different small steps to allow us to feel accomplished, to allow us to feel successful. Because when we make such huge goals and try to do such huge work at a time, we often wish the fuck. Oh, sorry. When we make such huge goals, often a lot of people will shut down. Like myself, I'm not even gonna lie to you. We will shut down and shut it all down together. And as a result, girl, that's not funny. We often shut it down. And when you're shutting everything down, you're not going to want to achieve your goals. You're not going to want to feel like getting up and working out or anything of that nature. So being able to break things down, and then also being flexible as well. If you're like myself, you're a perfectionist. And being a perfectionist is a love-hate relationship, because at the same time, when you know how you want something, you have an image in your head. However, if you're also a religious person, oh my God. However, when you are also a religious person, the best way to make God laugh is to tell him your plans. Sorry, my neighbor was watching me. He rolled up his blinds on me. The best way to make God laugh is to tell him your plans. So, with that being said, sometimes you have to learn how to set a goal. That's fine. But you'll always run into some bumps in the road. So maybe you have a certain day that you think that you're going to get approved for something. Or maybe you have something planned for your birthday, and your birthday is in the middle of a pandemic as well. Now, that's going to be me. I know that was 10 last month as well. My birthday's coming up next month. Oh my God. Learning how to, I guess you could say, go with the flow. You have to be more accepting and have more grace of yourself and of the situation. If we go into every situation thinking it has to be to the T, we'll never be able to make a mistake and learn anything from it, because we don't open up our minds to the possibility of anything new. Also, self-sabotaging also is like almost an addiction. It's getting drunk, getting high, self-medicating yourself to prolong your healing period. And I want to say your triggers, but I'm going to release a document for free to everyone. That way you can track the way you think. So when you begin to feel a certain type of way, I'll just say any negative emotion, because there's a ton. Any negative emotion that you begin to feel, I want you to write it down and to start thinking about why. Who told me that? Why do I feel like that? And for some instances, for myself, when I began to hear myself say, oh, my boyfriend hates me, or oh, I'm a disappointment to my family, I have to ask myself, who told you that? And I kind of stumped myself lately by saying that, because I'm trying to quiet that voice in my head that is holding me down before I can even get up. It's trying to have me stuck in my seat before I can even get a chance to try. You never know until you launch. You never know until you put yourself out there. You never know anything. So sorry y'all, it's a lot of distractions out here, people staring at me. So when I release the document, I want you guys to be able to use that at any point in your day, They will be e-booklets, I should say. Y'all, my grandma got an Instagram. She just joined. Oh my God. But when I release the e-booklets tomorrow, you guys will be able to type in them, to write in them however you want, or you could print them out and write in them. If you're more of an old-fashioned type of person and you prefer to physically see, you know, your frustrations, and sometimes writing those things out can really help you think through everything. So also, I need to swing back around. Self-sabotaging also looks like isolation. Honestly, when we choose to isolate ourselves, we're not socializing ourselves. So I'm not saying that by you being busy 24/7, it's going to help you, because if you are, chances are is that you're trying to escape from feeling your emotions, and you're trying to be surrounded with something to distract you. However, sometimes to have a period for meditation and for yourself is good, but to completely go in this period where you just, for days, weeks, months, whatever it might be, you choose to not engage with anyone, not engage with your friends, your family, anything like that, you're also self-sabotaging yourself. You are self-sabotaging, because you're not able to really be present. You're thinking in a you're stuck in your thoughts, how I previously stated. You are thinking the worst. So I'll give you guys a great example of this. So I'm always embarrassed to talk about this, to be honest. I just get in these periods where I'm in a real funk, and this is before even Corona. I get in these real big funks, and I can't be bothered by anybody. I can't be bothered by my friends, my family. The only thing that I'm going to be bothered by is work, by making money. Duh, like, who wouldn't want to be focused on that? And then I convinced myself one day that all my friends were secretly like having their own shindig or whatever, but they were there to talk shit about me. What? Like, it's not that. And even if they did, okay, well, whatever, I guess. You know, whatever happens in the dark does come to the light, but nobody told me that. Nobody's going to tell me that. So I don't understand. Even from one incident you may have with somebody, it doesn't determine the 7 other billion people in this world. So self-sabotaging looks like also from one experience that you may have had with a person, and it follows you through the rest of your life. So I'll also bring up the fact that self-sabotaging can come from you're trying to tend to your inner child. So what an inner child means, and honestly, I think I want to spend another Monday on that for real. Your inner child is a lot of the trauma that you went through as a kid. For me, my trauma would be my father not being in my life. And we have a better relationship now, but he wasn't. I mean, he's and then my mother kind of emotionally left me after my sister passed away. So that was 2 things happening at once. And then I was experiencing a little bit of bullying from my classmates for a while. It got to a point where I moved school too. So when you're trying to tend to that person, you want to shut down. You react. You react on your fight or flight stimuli. You're not really thinking things through. You're not thinking logically. You're thinking from a point where you're projecting. You're thinking that because something that seems similar in this present moment means that it's the same exact thing that's going to the past. So for me, it's trying to learn also how to let go of the past. The past has made me who I am. It has made me wiser. It has made me more aware. And it has helped me understand my boundaries. However, I am not my past. Like, I do not have to always react aggressively from my past. And I don't have to keep wondering, if I know my boundaries and if I'm making smarter decisions as an adult, why am I still thinking from an inner child perspective? That happened to me a while ago. This is me at 23. That was a lot of years ago. That was a lot of years ago. So, alrighty. So that's it for today, guys. Like I said, I really wanted to just hit those few talking points, and I'm gonna touch on that inner childhood probably in a few weeks from now. I don't know, I changed it up so much. I really just go by what I feel like is most important to talk about, and I felt like it was most important for me to get on here and be as transparent, because that's me. That's my whole entire thing, is how can I sit up here on a pedestal if I'm not honest with my audience? I need coaching and I need therapy, bottom line. So I'm not gonna sit up here every Monday and seem like I'm perfect. Every time I post on Instagram I'm perfect, or like my relationship is perfect. I have my moments. I have moments of self-doubt. I have moments where I have low self-esteem. I have so many different moments where I think that I'm not enough. And I think that I think that the best possible answer to everything I want to say is to take myself out, but to eliminate myself without hurting the people that I love the most. Because I fear the most of just being the biggest disappointment ever. However, I am working through that. I'm getting better at it. And my biggest thing is, whatever I know that I'm going through, I know it's not just me. And I want to help other people. So please be on alert. Like I said, I believe I'm going to drop them tomorrow. They're already made up as well. So I think I want to drop them tomorrow. I think I really want to drop them on Wednesday. I kind of want to drop them on Wednesday. But we'll see. I'll let everybody know. And I will see you guys next Monday. Who knows what it'll be for next Monday? Just stay tuned to my Instagram and y'all know it'll be some crazy topic. It'll be some real topic, relevant topic as well. And I'll see y'all then. In the meantime, vulnerability is sexy. Transparency is key. Honesty with yourself is key. And nobody told you that you suck. You're a bomb. You're amazing. You're intelligent. Use kind, use smart, use important. Let me stop. All right. I'll see you guys next Monday. Have an amazing week. Bye, y'all.